What's the opening up today, ladies and gentlemen?
It's a very nice cake.
Hello.
Very nice. Hello and welcome back to the water. My name is Beast and today we're back with Grisaia. My back is relatively okay today, somehow. Still got a doctor's appointment tomorrow about that. And good timing that I got that doctor's appointment because I think my ear became inflamed like last fucking night. So yeah, if I ever at any point just... Actually, you know what? I'll just put it like this. It shouldn't really make that much of a difference when it comes to distance to my mouth. Like the other one. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, because of the inflamed ear, I'm taking painkillers, so no alcohol today, sadly.
Whereas I, on the other hand, have a Warsteiner next to me. Well, there's got to be a DT alcoholic on this series.
Yeah, there's always going to be at least one alcoholic. But yeah, it was actually a funny little issue at work because
I'm just the designated driver for the series.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, something that happened
Rather
with my
back
shift
on the way back.
yesterday is we had a delivery coming in as always on Tuesday, and part of the delivery was supposed to be a Warsteiner Radler, which is essentially Warsteiner mixed with like lemon soda.
Okay.
And two different versions were supposed to come in, namely one regular one and one without alcohol. However, instead of sending one of each, they sent two of the alcoholic ones.
Oh.
Ooh. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen.
We appear to have been joined by Darth Sidious.
Oh, it's very slow yesterday, though. Like, I think after I got done with work, I just went home, took a shower, and then was just gone for like a 4-hour nap or something.
Yeah. Hopefully you felt better for it.
No, I did technically not sleep that well last night because first off, the year started, and second off, my back. To quote a certain Mr. Incredible. But yeah,
What about Spider-Man?
I feel well enough. I will say that the ear is already healing. You know how... Have you ever had an inflamed ear and it just starts itching? Where it's just like, you hate it, but you know it's good?
Yeah, you really shouldn't scratch it at all, but if you feel miles better.
I don't scratch it at all. The only thing that I do is, that helps me personally occasionally, is when a lot of pressure builds up, I just like grab like a fucking sheet of toilet paper, twirl it into like a thing, and then just like insert it and like real quick, like a fucking Q-tip, and the pressure is gone, usually.
Really, you ought not to stick things in your ear, but oh well.
Well, yeah, you're also not supposed to stick Q-tips in there, and
equally everybody does.
Exactly.
Yeah. A trip to the audiologist would not be a bad thing.
Well, like I said, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow.
Yeah, that's so convenient.
もうお弁当広げちゃったのにどこ行くのよ。
No in particular, just thought I'd take a little walk to latitude 34 south, longitude 58 west or so.
それってどこら辺になるんだっけ？アルゼンチンなのよさ。
Why does she know
Think
that?
what he just said? I'm gonna look up where this bro's going.
Alright, do share with it once you find out. Share with the class.
Well, I need to find out where the hell he's going first. You gotta go back.
While we wait, audience, let me put in your head a wonderful mental image of Amane doing Beast's ear cleaning.
What the fuck? Where did that come from?
It just occurred to me now.
Wholesome?
I mean,
Fan
yes,
artists, please.
You say that like there are any fan artists.
This is where we have to go out and get a commission, don't we?
Yes.
I'll message John.
Oh, for pity's sake.
The cake really is nice though. Reason why I have a cake is because my grandmother that lives on the same plot of land as my family turned 80 today. It was latitude 34 south, longitude 58 west.
Alright, hold on.
You don't need to put it in chat so no one hears. You can just say it. No, 34
38.
south, longitude 58 west, latitude on south, longitude on west. And what says
Let's going to Uruguay. She was close.
Oh,
She
What,
was
is
close.
it- was it in the Rio Plata?
Yeah.
Wow, right on the border.
Holy
え
shit.
昼休みにどこまで行く気やあんたは
She was so close.
everyone has their whimsical days, right? I'll get you a souvenir.
ほな本場のドゥルセデレジェでも買うて食べ
Such hurtful words.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
It's a weekday afternoon, and here I am walking out of a room to the jeers of a woman spurned, not spawned.
Look how close she was.
That is quite close, yes.
Oh, wow. It wasn't the Rio Plata. Okay.
Oh.
Seems maybe something of a heartbreaker. I do appreciate that I'm as concerned about my nutrition, but the thing is, these meals have been getting out of hand lately. Just sitting back and watching the English coefficient going through the roof is going increasingly awkward. Remind me what the fucking English coefficient was again.
Has it got something to do with Friedrich Engels, or have I got something wrong?
Wasn't that like the general like cost of buying food in a household or something? I don't remember. Hold on.
Google.
Google indeed.
Engel coefficient. Ah, here we are. Based on Engel's law, is a commonly used measure of a nation's standard of living. Also used to set the poverty line.
Okay.
I can give you the formula if you like, but that
No
will bore
need.
everybody witless.
No need. No need. No need.
Maths.
No need. No need. No need. No need.
That's the name of the episode today, everybody.
No need.
No need.
Guess I'll head to the rooftop. Anyway, today I feel like securing myself a place where I can eat in peace.
風見さ
On the rooftop, even if I eat plain rice balls with a side of baked beans. With a side of baked beans. I can't do that. Someone's gonna fucking edit it.
The irony of it is, it depended on what kind of baked beans it's having. In spite of being British, I don't like tin tomato baked beans.
I don't
No.
like beans at all.
Really?
Yeah.
What about broad beans or runner beans or
I
whatever,
don't
whatever?
love beans.
Green beans.
Yeah, green beans are lovely. We grow them during the summer.
Or take a nice siesta. There won't be anyone around. to
風
mind
見
you.
さん風見さんねえゆうちゃん
Look, I told you to quit it with that name. Huh? It's around, I found myself confronting a cardboard creature. There's some resembling a main uniform peeking out from below the boxes, but tragically given my far from voluminous vocabulary, can't think of a more appropriate nomenclature.
今日はあまねさんたちとお昼を食べないんですか
Sorry, but I don't have any cardboard creatures among my acquaintances.
段ボール
Oh, Barry B is playing Warframe.
Barry B's
If you're not,
OG.
Yeah. And Looper's playing Lethal Company.
if you're not a cardboard creature, then what are you?
確かに今の私は段ボールと言っても過言ではないかもしれません
That's what I'm saying.
ですが厳密に言うと段ボールではないと思います
Om nom nom.
Not a fact. At a glance, you don't seem to be made of plastic.
いえ材質の話ではなく私はサチです小峰サチです
Not to mention it, that voice does sound familiar.
忘れられたわけではないようで一安心です
It's a bit hard to forget someone that's, that much of a nut job. That said, it's also possible that you're an imposter, assuming the role of some.
だとしたら
Among
FBI でしょうか
If it's boxes, it's going to be Metal Gear Solid. Damn it, Snake!
do 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 do.
I'm not even gonna ask what you picked
Snake?
on in particular.
Snake.
Anyway, in order to confirm that you're neither a spy nor the incarnate avatar of cardboard, I'd like to ask you two or three questions.
バッチコイです
Excellent. Well then, first question. Did you hear that nickname you just used from someone in particular?
あまねさんがそう呼べばユージは絶対返事するからと
There will be words later.
Figures much.
他に質問はありますか
Let's see. When's your birthday?
9月23日です
Gotta think of it. I
Noted.
didn't know it's not your birthday in the first place. Oh well. How about your blood type?
王と驚く大型です
Didn't know that either. Okay, how about the color of your underwear today?
白と青のストライプです
Where do you keep the underwear in question when it's not in use?
部屋にあるチェストの1段目の引き出し手前側です
Fascinating as all this is, upon reflection, I haven't asked the same question I can actually confirm the answer to. But judging from this unflinching aura of honesty and the way it responds somehow makes the guy asking the rude questions feel awkward. There's a little doubt that this is a genuine article. Very well, I accept your Sachi.
ありがとうございます
With that, those polite words of thanks, cardboard creature, or rather Sachi, bows to me. So I assume you're carrying all those cardboard boxes because someone asked you to?
はい午後の授業で使う教材を多目的教室まで運んでいる途中です
I see. And presumably you've changed into the maid uniform because you're more comfortable working in it. Either way, carrying this massive pile of boxes around must be quite difficult, even if the contents themselves are light.
Don't know.
But
No. No. Wait.
The difficulty, as you so artfully observed, is choice.
No. Oh, you can't do this to me. I started this company.
Thank you, Willem Dafoe.
You know how much I've sacrificed?
Bud.
Oh.
Hey.
Do not aim a gun at me.
You might want to, just as a point of order, you might want to save this bit as well, just in case we need to come back to it.
Yeah, probably.
状況セーブ
Alright, we already have the tailing one.
Yeah.
saved, Which is the
Keep
first
that just
one,
in case.
so...
Hmm.
You only really ever need the first choice. Oh boy, what did you say?
Oh. I guess we should help her.
Yeah.
Alright. Bud has spoken. He wishes to pick help Sachi.
What is this public execution?
Not be taken to a scaffold, dude. You're helping a girl with boxes.
Alright, how about you help you?
I feel like Marie Antoinette about to be beheaded.
No, I'm the one eating cake.
As a matter of fact, Marie Antoinette's last ever words, in spite of there being mythically long before this point being "let them eat cake," which
Was
they
not
weren't.
let
They
them
were
eat cake.
of course they weren't. The last words, of course, in French were, "I'm sorry, sir. I did not do that on purpose." Because guess what she did?
Stepped on someone's foot, I do believe.
Right. Yes.
Mhm.
I always felt bad for her.
Imagine that you're being led towards the fucking gallows. Essentially,
The guillotine, yeah.
you know what? Leading someone to the gallows is per turn of phrase.
Well, death anyway.
He caught a stray
Imagine
bullet because of her
being led
husband.
to the fucking guillotine and somehow still being like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," because you stepped on someone's foot. Like,
Yeah,
I
she's
don't
just
know
like me
why.
for
I
real.
don't know. I would just like double down, crush their fucking foot.
She's a
speaking-
killer queen.
Speaking of the French Revolution, there was one aristocrat who, upon being taken to, on this occasion, the hangman's noose, he remarked, young gentleman of France, were you to hang me from that light pole over there, would you be able to see more clearly?
I will always say this, but the French are not to be feared unless you are French yourself.
Yeah,
No,
fighting is the French national pastime.
Like, have you not
it's
fucking?
their modifier. They have extra damage against each other.
Yeah. Have you fucking heard of that one like riot where, as part of the riot, a bunch of like fucking firefighters decided to like douse themselves in fucking in fuel, light themselves on fire, and charge the police.
Just how to frighten the gendarmerie. Just run at them screaming while a torch.
I actually recently made a fucking D&D character idea where it's a
Or you're
Barb-
French.
No, a barbarian Asimar who he constantly essentially has like light embers going on the tips of his every single one of his hairs. Like they're always like there's always slight embers going on, and whenever he rages or turns on radiant consumption, the special ability of the Asimar, essentially just every single hair on his body just catches fire. And just goes back out whenever he's finished.
Oh, well.
Which is funny because radiant consumption just deals radiant damage, no fire damage.
Huh.
Anyways, let me try reading this line since I fucked it up the first time. Alright, how about I help you as well? Help out as well. I fucked it up again.
お気持ちはとても嬉しいのですが、これは私が頼まれた仕事ですし。
Well, again with this, understand that you feel a sense of responsibility, but it's not like anyone's saying that you have to get the job done all to yourself, right?
それはその通りなのですが。
I'll take these. preempting Sachi's response, I grab a few cardboard boxes from her towering stack and pull them away, revealing the girl behind. Maybe reluctant to bother me, but that's all the more reason to let me help you.
それはどういう意味でしょう
We are such gentlemen.
In this situation, just watching my classmate totter off blindly would bother me a lot more than carrying a few boxes.
なるほどです。
Of course, if you think I'd just slow you down, I can reconsider.
それは心配いりません。私の体は風見さんを欲しています。
Phrasing. Maybe it is, but I think she put that in a slightly less weird way. In other words, you don't have any further objections?
はい。では、多目的教室までお願いします。
Yeah. Can I just pile the boxes up around here?
はい。そこで大丈夫だと思います。
Are you sure this is our classroom, not a multi-purpose classroom that you speak of?
For all I know, there could be a projector that comes down from the ceiling and the desks change over to, I don't know, VR headsets.
You don't want.
Can you
that.
imagine them all trying to do VR?
You don't want
Oh,
that in the
Lord.
classroom. That would.
Imagine they would trip over the cable.
That would not just end with a bunch of people tripping over cables. That will end with fucking bruises all over people. After obtaining Sachi's confirmation, I stacked cardboard boxes next to the teacher's podium. By the time I finished, Sachi's already opened a few of the boxes she was carrying and is beginning to unpack the books and worksheets contained within. What, did they ask you to put all this away as well?
いえ、その指示は受けていないですが、授業が始まれば必ず講師の方がやることになると思うので。
You know, I'm starting to feel like Sachi's the kind of person that would remind the teacher that they forgot to check the homework, like literally during the last few minutes of class.
Which leads to all sorts of dangers for the poor individual who piped
Public
that up.
execution.
Yeah, back to that scaffold.
Seems she's deliberately going above and beyond the call of duty in order to make life easier for our instructors. You really are considerate about stuff like this.
いえ、そんなことはありません。
Part transition, huh? I think that's the last of it.
はい、風見さんのおかげで予定より早く終えることができました。ありがとうございます。
After we finally complete our work, Sachi straightens her posture and lowers her head to me in a light bow. Not a big deal, but seems we've got another 10 minutes until the end of the lunch period. We've only got another
風見さん、お昼は取らなくてもいいんですか？
Missing one meal isn't a problem for me. I was more thinking about you, Sachi. Can you get through the afternoon on an empty stomach?
私はここで食べようと思っていました。
That's all well and good, but what you plans to eat is some of a mystery to me. Carrying anything like a lunchbox, I think it's a while now since school, and I don't think I've ever seen Sachi spread out her lunch on her desk. Incidentally, Sachi, do you bring your own lunchbox to school?
もしかして私の食生活が気になってしまいますか？
Nah, it's just that I don't think I've ever seen you eating in the classroom or anything.
それはおかしいです。私はちゃんと風見さんの前でお昼を食べていましたよ。
She's probably one of those fucking Tobukaito ass, just like inhales the food in like a second. Really? If I look correctly, you're always spending the lunch period reading something or writing in a notebook.
それは困りました。もしかしたら風見さんは頭の中で萌え萌えキュンな小峰幸像を作り上げてしまっているのかもしれません。
I don't remember that bit. That's great.
What? I like to imagine that, like, he does tend to talk with a more, like, colder voice, essentially, and then this just happens, he just goes, what?
Just total bemusement.
Just complete what the fuck?
私、とどまることを知らない風見さんの想像力が怖いです。
If the day ever comes that such a thought comes to my mind, I think it'll be the day I go bungee jumping off the roof of a tall building without a cord. What are you eating today then?
これです。
Those words, Sachi slowly reaches her hand inside her uniform at the bust. Hold it, Sachi. What do you think you're doing with that hand?
胸の谷間です。
The hell kind of a lunge fits between your breasts?
ですが、あまねさんが以前、女の子のここは秘密のポケットなのよと言っていましたし。
What the hell? Does that mean does that woman intend to remake Sachi in her own image? Is still school going to end up as a facility for the mass production of Amane clones? Well, whatever, I'll close my eyes. If you're really taking something out of there, get it over with.
わかりました。
As Sachi nods, I close my eyes.
もういいですよ、風見さん。
When I open them again, Sachi's holding a rectangular biscuit of some sort in her hand. It's fucking energy, mate. A calorie mate, not energy mate. Some kind of off-the-shelf portable rations.
いえ、買ってきたものではなく、手作りです。
This is your work.
はい。オーブンレンジさえあれば、割と簡単に作れるので。
Well, I guess so. At a glance, that doesn't seem to be much more than a baked lump of wheat flour and butter. Let's see. These are certainly compact enough to have a lunchbox isn't necessary.
しかも、本を読みながらでも、お掃除をしながらでも食べられます。とても便利です。
That would explain why I don't have any recollection of her spreading out a lunch on her desk, but if you're eating this stuff every day, isn't your diet going to be pretty poorly balanced? What do you do for vitamins?
それを解決するために、各種サプリメントを砕いて混ぜ込んだものをこちらに用意してあります。
I don't know why, but I suddenly just have to fucking imagine, like, the fucking mental image for just placing like a small little paper sheet on, and on it it's just got a fucking trail. Cat head.
Okay.
Good vitamins shit. Right on cue, she produces a number of brightly colored shortbread biscuits for my inspection. Just watching a baking segment in some particularly deranged cooking show.
右からセサミ、マルチビタミン、ベジタブル、赤マムシです。
I'm a little curious about what you've got in the one named after poisonous snake. But first of all, are these things tasty?
そうですね。フランス軍個人用戦闘糧食並みの味にはなっていると思います。
What's that stuff? French military. You expect too much out of them. I come perilously close to asking her whether she's ever actually eaten an RCIR, but I had to restrain myself at the last moment.
よければ、風見さんも食べますか？
Do you have enough to share?
はい、簡単にたくさん用意できるので、急なお客様への対応もバッチリです。
I'm sure the housewives of the world will be overjoyed to hear of your discovery.
ちなみに、今朝焼いたサクサクくんと、1日寝かせたしっとりさん、どちらがいいですか？
Mr. Moist. That's not a good way of putting it.
He'll be making sure that she's moist later in this route. I'm bad, did you know that? Oh, I just noticed that Bud muted himself. You gotta tell us these things, Bud!
Occupational hazard of something going on in the backdrop, obviously.
Possibly. Maybe his brothers burst into his room shouting racial slurs again.
Oh, we lost him.
Awesome. Also, he said yes, so all I can do is assume that he did indeed have the issue of his brother bursting into his room and shouting racial slurs. So I just noticed that for some reason I still had fucking Discord chats, like age-old Discord chats with fucking Tony open. Immediately fucking deleted those. Should we just pause the recording until Bud's back?
Could do.
Alright, pause the recording. We're back! What an excruciatingly difficult choice. Did us sit on the teacher's platform in the otherwise empty classroom, biting into our homemade shortbread, and Hart is playing Dragon's Dogma 2. I don't know why Blood Kitten is just called a fucking heart on Steam. Then again, there isn't anything logically wrong with our actions under the circumstances. For some reason, this feels less like a school lunch and more like a chow break in the middle of a long march to the battlefield. Nam! As I'm pondering these matters, Sachi continues to silently and steadily carry her food to her mouth. Maybe it's because I've been eating with Amina and Makina a lot lately, but something about the situation feels oddly unsatisfactory. So, enjoying that?
はい、今日の分も美味しく焼けていると思います。
I'm impressed. Put this on a shelf and I think they could pass you for something from a bakery.
恐縮です。
Huh? When I glance over, I notice that Sachi's currently chewing on a biscuit speckled with pebbly black bits. What flavor is that one?
セサミです。
Fefafe. Sesame, eh? Pretty decent.
食べてみますか？
With those words, she casually sticks her face in my direction, a half-eaten shortbread biscuit dangling out of her mouth. Okay, well, some woman sitting on a park bench next to me suddenly pulled this sort of stunt that would probably interpret it as an indicative of a severe chemical imbalance. But we're talking about Sachi here. I doubt she's even aware how weird this might seem. Most likely, she simply doesn't have any more of the sesame biscuits to share. She isn't telling me to take a bite like this.
ダメですか？
My younger classmate offering me a half-eaten biscuit directly from her mouth softly mumbles, "Don't you want some?" Usually this would be a pretty saccharine, sweet situation, but when she's this completely nonchalant about the whole thing, the mood is pretty much non-existent. Fine, close your eyes at least. It'll be awkward otherwise.
風見さん、見かけによらずウブですね。ちょっと意外です。
Maybe you're just bizarrely indifferent, never think of that. As I'm offering my attempt at a retort, Sachi gently closed her eyes. Take a bite of the biscuit, carefully leaving a decent buffer zone. The familiar nutty flavor of sesame instantly spreads across my tongue.
どうですか？個人的にはかなりおすすめのフレーバーなのですが。
Opening her eyes, Sachi asks for my thoughts in a tone of keen curiosity. No, not bad at all. Simple, familiar flavor of the biscuit for one thing. The up-close view of Sachi with her eyes closed for another. I don't think I can complain on either count. Those are my honest thoughts.
風見さんにも気に入ってもらえてよかったです。
Now to think about it, I've known Sachi a while now, and I didn't even know about her unusual lunch habits, let alone her birthday. Seems my knowledge of my classmates is even shallower than I realized.
風見さん。
Look to my side, Sachi's watching me with an anxious expression on her face.
もしかしてあまりお口に合いませんでしたか？
No, I think we'll classify your shortbread as tasty. As part of the food goes, I've eaten plenty of truly vile field rations. It'd be rude to even compare real military food to this mild, pleasant stuff.
それにしては怖いくらいに真剣な顔をされていましたけど。
I should be used to it by now, but Sachi's perceptiveness still takes me by surprise at times.
もし洗濯物や掃除のことで悩んでいるなら私でもお力になれると思いますが。
Nah, domestic chores aren't involved.
では
Well, to make it short, I was thinking that I'd like to become better friends with you, Sachi.
もしかして私今夜のお誘いを受けたのでしょうか
I mean, if she wants to interpret it that way.
Didn't so much violently lurch. And indeed, there was such a violent lurch to conclusions, I'm surprised she doesn't get a whiplash.
Nah, she's the one inducing whiplash in others.
That's true.
What? Again, what?
仲良くするという言葉にはそういう意味が含まれている場合があると本で学んだ記憶があります。
I should be used to find out it's not just time for serious interpretation of words, still text and does play at times. Yes, sometimes there can be a nuance like that, but that's not what I meant just now. Look, we're classmates, right? I just thought it might be nice to learn a little more about you eventually, that's all.
なるほど、そういう意味だったんですか。
Yeah.
それなら私も風見さんと仲良くしたいです。
Fact.
はい。
There's a natural smile on Sachi's face as she speaks. One of my classmates can speak those words to me with an expression like that. I've begun to find a place for myself in this school. But again, it's back at Sachi. She's already returned her attention to her meal. She's our class representative and the quiet peacemaker of the group, but above all else, she's something of an unpredictable girl. Where I don't understand her well. And so I fully meant what I said to her just now. Everyone at the school may be a special case, but surely mutual understanding isn't too much to hope for. Anyway, thanks for the meal. Unfortunately, even as I mumble these words to myself, Amine's unwieldy mass of a lunch lay in ambush, awaiting my return.
I have a terrible feeling I just entered a reality.
I mean, we could always, like...
状況
I don't know if
Save
it just shows it already. But it's about Machina's abnormal talents.
セーブデータの削除要請
Michi's crooning nasally to herself. Not particularly pleasant to listen to, but then again, humming is one of the few forms of musical expression that exists solely for the satisfaction of the performer. Sometimes it's a natural outflow of happiness in a moment of relaxation. But at other times, it's an attempt to calm the nerves in a moment of crushing stress. I don't know which psychological state has given rise to Michi's song, but I do know how I can subtly manipulate her mood. Ha, nyan, nyan, nyan. Sneak up behind Michi and softly synchronize my voice with her song. And now I begin to gradually alter the melody, keeping every individual change small enough that you all catch on. Ha, nyan, nyan, nyan. Nyan, nyan, nyan. Nyan, nyan, nyan.
で
Michi spins around flustered. Her face reveals sheer, uncomprehending bewilderment. By slowly changing my upbeat melody to a grim funeral march, I guided her own song down the same dark path. And the victim clearly doesn't realize this was my doing. You know something the matter?
いや、どうもしてないんだけど、明るい気持ちだったのに、すごく陰鬱な方向に引っ張られたような気がして。
Oh, that's a pity.
あんた、何もしてないわよね。
Anything? Who, me? Like what?
何もしてない。
Despite its inherently subtle nature, subliminal manipulation of this sort can dramatically influence human behavior through its effect on the subconscious. For example, I could persistently hold eye contact with Michu as we speak. This can be mildly intimidating in its own right, but the effect increasingly increases when I wait for her to blink before doing the same. By quickly opening my eyelids before her, Michiru would soon be under the illusion that I never blink. What's more, it's very rare for anyone to consciously notice this is taking place. Instead, a nagging sense of unease grows in the back of their mind. Using of these tricks and outright psychological manipulation is possible, but this time the humming game proved sufficient for my objective of screwing with Michiru.
ああ、なんだか調子狂っちゃうわね。
Sorry about that.
なんであんたが謝るのよ。は、やっぱり何かしたの？
You really have to be more specific. What are you accusing me of?
それがわからないから困ってるんでしょ。とにかく許さないからね。
Michiru jabs her forefinger in my direction, her eyes smoldering with aggression. Michael's a pent out of shape or something like this.
別に四角じゃないわよ。普通でしょ、普通。
True, but that's not a good thing, you know. Someone said that relationships are like marriage.
自分の態度が相手に反映されるってこと？
Yes, that's how mirrors usually work. Your approach seems to involve repeatedly bashing your head against the glass. Plan to go for the looking glass now. Plan to go to the looking glass now. Just so you know, Humpty Dumpty is currently sitting in a carton in my fridge.
何？どういう
Please
意味？
don't go to Narnia,
よ
Michiru.
くわかんないんだけど。
Tenardia!
C.S. Lewis would have an aneurysm.
Alright, I'll give you the short version. Michiru, you tend to treat others with all the friendliness and charm of a lollipop-sucking brat who's just been denied a new toy.
Send her as Terabithia.
これは私の性格だから仕方ないじゃない。もう直しようがないのよ。
Suppose not. I mean, there is concussive therapy.
そうよ、仕方ないのよ。あんまりそういうこと言うとローリングそばっとするわよ。
Michiru shadowboxes my general direction while making little kapow sounds. Just don't get what so what actually is.
素直になる訓練をするのよさ。マキナ、チルチルは確かにツンデレだけど素直になったらきっと可愛い女の子になると思うのよ。というわけで素直になる特訓をしたらいいと思うのよさ。
We have the technology. Do
そん
we?
なの嫌よ。私は私でいたいの。
Training is it? What do you have in mind?
ちょっと聞いてる？無視しないでよね。マイナスとマイナスをかけるとプラスになるでしょ。だから素直じゃない二人をくっつければ素直になると思うのよさ。
Actually, that usually ends up with a corpse.
Yeah.
Machina, my friend, seems to have equated numerical multiplication with sticking people together. Are you sure the same rules apply?
それはいいの。というわけでユミちゃんとチルチルをくっつけてみればいいのよさ。
They're trying to kill her.
Yeah. I'm half expecting a nuclear bomb to go off.
Are you planning on literally tying them to each other with rope or what? It's a little tricky. Gluing them together with phenylated resin is also an option.
そういうことなのよさ。ではチルチルには悪いけどちょっと気絶してもらうのよ。
Machina swiftly circles behind Michiru and delivers a sharp karate chop to the back of her neck.
あり？ちょっと何すんの？めっちゃ痛いんだけど。いや、テレビとかだとこれで気絶するのよさ。おかしいな。おかしいのはあんたでしょ。いきなり首の後ろをチョップしてもし気絶でもしたらどうするのよ。
This girl was zoned out the entire fucking conversation.
いや、だからそれが目的で。あ、空飛ぶ円盤。どこに？いや、あいだ。だからなんなの？はい、おかしいな。
Michiru, I'm growing curious about this Yao Chi you keep mentioning. A friend of yours?
痛いってことよ。首に衝撃が走るとなぜか蛇行になるのよ。っていうかユージ、あんたマキナを止めなさいよね。
There's no stopping her.
What?
There's no stopping him.
Yeah.
んでげって何？やったか？いったー。あんたいい加減にしなさいよね。あれれれ、おかしいな。ねえねえ、なんでテレビみたいに気絶しないの？
That's pure fiction. We're not gonna knock anyone out that way unless you get the angle absolutely perfect. Even then, misjudged force, and you can end up doing irreversible damage. It's not something you should try at home.
そうなのか。それはチルチルに悪いことしたのよさ。
Well, I guess I could have been quicker about telling you myself.
首の後ろがズキズキする。あ、そうだ。あっちの方法は。
Well, I'm sure you've heard that a blow to the abdomen can be particularly effective, but...
やあ、溝落ちパンチ。うぼー。
But as I said, you shouldn't attack someone's vital force for no reason. You're running the risk of causing lasting harm.
あ
why would you just beat the shit out of each shooter?
Not dead yet.
Actually, you know what? We don't have a thumbnail thus far. Fucking use this one and just cut it off so Makina is barely still on screen. Like off to the side.
おー、チルチル、顔が真っ青になってるのよさ。それどうやんの？
No, Makina, don't mean she intentionally drained all color from her face. She's simply experiencing temporary breathing problems as a result of a sharp impact to her abdomen. Don't you have something to say to her?
あ、そっか。チルチル、ごめんよ。
I think she's trying to tell us something. Now she isn't currently capable of speech. We should read her lips.
別に謝ってほしいわけじゃないんだからね。と言ってるのよさ。
Even under violent torture, Tsundere's spirit remains unbroken. You must admit, the girl has guts.
ズハー。いい加減にしなさいよね。なんでグーで腹パンしてんのよ。オラスキー。
No, you wouldn't know if that was the case. In fact, you probably wouldn't because you wouldn't even fully realize that those things happened.
そうじゃないのよさ。私はただチルチルに素直になってほしくて、そうしたら可愛い女の子になるんじゃないかなって。私はこれでやってるんだから邪魔しないでよね。
どうかなさいましたか？
サッチー、それがね、チルチルが気絶してくれなくて困っているのよさ。
Watch Sachi pull out a fucking rag doused in chloroform.
気絶？後遺症が残ってもいいのであればではあるけど。
Unfortunately, we do learn. Come on, Makina, you've given her a pretty good beating already. Hard to think there's any need to render her unconscious today.
いやいや、気絶してロープで縛る。それが今のチルチルには必要なの。なんもかわいそうなことはないの。むしろいいことなのよさ。
いいこと？なるほど。それなら気絶させなくちゃいけないね。
そうなのよ。サッチン、頼むのよさ。何よ。
後遺症はダメだから。
Sachi stares fixedly at Michiru, apparently puzzling over the best way to make her faint. Of course, Sachi's defining characteristic is a willingness to use any means necessary to achieve her ends, as Michiru is well aware.
ではここは一つバールのようなものでこじ開けてみましょう。
どこ？私のどこ？
頭です。では皆さん少々お待ちください。バールのようなものを用意させていただきますので。あれ？何もしていないのに気絶してしまいました。
Success!
Michiru lies collapsed on the floor, her nose twitching in terror. Seems she took it upon herself to lose consciousness before someone finally took it from her.
Like a possum.
Gordon tries from a perspective of damage and minimization. Tachi Michiru's kindly rendered herself unconscious for us, so the crowbar-esque tool is no longer necessary.
はい、そうですね。では、私はここで失礼させていただきます。
Before you get off, got a quick question.
はい、何でしょうか。
When you said crowbar-esque, what are you thinking of specifically?
それは、バールです。
だったらバールでいいのよさ。なんでのようなものを付け足すの？
出るかなと思いまして、雰囲気が。それでは、失礼いたします。
See, crowbar is certainly crowbar-esque.
長年の疑問は解けたけど、なんだか釈然としないのよさ。
Alright, what do we do with Michiru now that she's unconscious?
ひとまずロープで縛ってみるのよさ。ロープ。
はい、銃と縄。
ありがとう。
縛るときに縄の表面がトゲトゲして痛くないようにちゃんと蜜蝋でなめしてあるから大丈夫だよ。それじゃあね。
I'm worried that Sachi is so oddly prepared for, like, bondage situations.
Yeah.
The girl's ready for anything. I'll admit I didn't expect to have specialty BDSM robes lying around.
サチンは用意周到すぎてたまに怖くなるのよさ。ではぐるぐるのぐるぐるポリポリのポリポリ。
Oh, it's pretty nice work. Rope bondage over the clothes has its own refined flavor. It's got a quite respectable tortoise-shell pattern over the bust here.
結構ほどけないように念入りに縛ったらたまたまこの形になったのよさ。
I produced this fine piece of work without even realizing we were doing it. Must have seen the pattern somewhere. By the way, I think you have a definite talent for this. Might be a potential career path.
そうかな。嬉しいのよさ。それじゃあユミちゃんを探してくっから待ってて。
Marketer runs off somewhere, leaving me alone in the hallway with Michiru, who's tightly bound from head to toe in an intricately crisscrossed web of jute rope. Come to think of it, I thought tying with this conker was the whole point.
ちょっとあんた
What's up, Tortoise? I thought you were supposed to be unconscious at the moment.
これびっくりするぐらい恥ずかしいですけど。
Yeah, I guess it would be. I don't think many students would have the guts to engage in tortoise-shell style rope bondage in the hallways of their own school.
場所の問題じゃなくてねえこれほどいてよ。
You sure about that? Once Marketer gets back, she'll just call Sachi again. Seems problematic in its own way.
そうだけどこんな格好あんたに見られてるのも嫌なの。
So you'd like me to untie you after all?
ほどいて早くほどいて。
Oh, you're being awfully polite and straightforward about your feelings.
ほどいてほしいわけじゃないんだからね。だから早くほどきなさい。
Yeah, humankind is a sad one. Our lives are full of paradoxes.
早くしなさいよね。ユミちゃんいたから連れてきた。
何？どういうこと？
これはその
松島さん、そういう趣味があったの。
It's just down there, I love it.
Yeah.
違うの。そうじゃないの。誤解なの。
言い訳できるような状態じゃないと思うんだけど。
本当に誤解なの。ねえ、ユージそうでしょ。あんたからも何か言ってよ。
風見くん、これもしかしてあなたがやったの？
Nope, this happens to be Marketer's work. Seems she's something of an expert.
イリスさんが？
Yeah, after tormenting Michiru's body at length, Marketer gave her a few final blows, then finished things off by tying her up nice and tight.
そんな趣味の上に女同士で。
違うわよ。ユ ユージ、なんでそんな
Don't
誤
tell
解
me
を
you're
招
not
くような
tempted,
言い方
Yumiko.
を。
イリスさん、それは本当なの？
何度も叩いた後に縛ってやったのよさ。
そう。その、個人の趣味にとやかく言うつもりはないけど、公共の場所では遠慮してほしいわ。ここは学校でしょ。
Gaki's got a point after a break.
ユージ、
それじゃ、失礼するわね。
待って誤解だからねえユミコ、榊さんマキナさん、これほどいていただけませんでしょうか。素直になってる。すごい、私の考えは間違っていなかったのよさ。
Congratulations, Makina. You've flipped her psychological switch. At long last, the Chumichi was broken free of her tsundere shell. Hold on, let me just grab this one as well. This is also a potential one. With just like zoom in on fucking Michiru and you just see big Makina next to her.
Ah, はい。その、早く縄をほどいてください。さあ、チルチル。これからは素直な人生を送るのよさ。まずユミコに説明してくる。マキナ、あんたの説教はそれからよ。榊さん、誤解なの。誤解なんだってば。あれ、思ったより素直になってなかったのよさ。
You probably left too much slack on those ropes. I stepped them up until you leave nice deep marks on her wrists, alright? Got a rope drunk and I'm willing to bet you'll become a lot more obedient.
縄酔いって何？
Oh, you'll know it when you see it.
わかったのよさ。縄酔いさせる。
Rope blasted! And thus, Makina demonstrated a brief glimpse of her hidden potential as a BDSM artist. After Michiru's vigorous scolding, she would never again put that ability to use. I watched the promising glimmer of a rising talent slowly, quietly fade away, never to realize its true potential. Couldn't really bring myself to care. The end.
ちょっと変なこと言わないの。どういうつもりよ。
Huh? Weren't you off trying to clear your name with Skaki?
それより先にあんたに文句があんの。何よさっきの独り言は。
Was off base. You are playing and spelled Makina, right?
するけど、その私のせいで才能の目が摘まれたみたいな表現やめてよね。
Ah, sorry about that.
本当に最低なんだけど。
Huh. But again, did it feel really good when she finally untied the rope?
気持ちいいわけないでしょ。バカじゃないの。
Really? All that stagnant blood laboring to circulate through your body under the pressure of the ropes
Yes.
surged freely through your veins. I think it must have produced at least a little euphoria as a physiological phenomenon. I'm myself once experienced a wave of indescribable pleasure just from loosening the belts on my arms after a pressure training session.
そんなことわかんないわよ。バカバカバカ。ヘムじゃないからね。
I'll believe you.
Doubt.
ヘムじゃないもん。
Listen, I know a bottom when I see one.
Yeah, you see me every day.
Not just you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the League of Bottoms.
And say you were, you're overthinking this.
今度あんたのことを縛ってやる。
I see. You're a sadist.
バカ変態。
What a hopelessly confused individual. Can't figure out her own sexual preferences. A surprising number of people believe human beings were literally made by the hand of God. They reject the idea that our species evolved from apes as irreconcilable with their dogma. There's also a slightly less fundamentalist group that drops the religious language but believes that some greater power must have guided the creation of humanity. This intelligent design theory might seem like pseudoscientific window dressing aimed at confusing the issue, but personally I can't dismiss their arguments so easily, mainly because I find it very difficult to believe that millions of years of natural selection could have produced someone like my master. A designer with a nasty sense of humor seems far more plausible. If that woman happened to dig up a mysterious monolith from the depths of Jupiter, she would have probably taken it back to her kitchen and used that as a cutting board. What sort of evolutionary process could have produced her? My master sat cross-legged on my back as I labored through my daily set of push-ups. "Let there be light," she said, and lit her cigarette. Next I heard a metallic pop, followed by the hissing release of carbon dioxide. "Let there be beer," she muttered, and downed the can in one gulp. No, there's a lot of guys that say they don't want to become cogs in a machine. Thing is, though, nobody's irreplaceable. There's always somebody else who can do what you do. Being more special is like walking around wearing a big fucking shiny polka dot bow tie. It's obnoxious for one thing, and it's only going to cause you grief. No shame in being a cog. Machine doesn't work without them. For the most part, the guys who figure that out are the ones who turn out decent and manage to stay that way. What are decent people like anyway? You and me, kid. Don't know many others. At the very least, they're a hell of a lot better than the ones pulling the strings. We all need our roles in the machine. That's a fact everyone has to face eventually. You can't just crawl into a nice dark shoebox, cuddle an air freshener for 70 years and call that a life. We only take shape in relation to others. Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth, said my master, tossing nutshells into the distance. Sour.
Is Bro's master just Jesus? Is it
sour
God?
expression from a smile on his eyes.
Not quite.
You know, I don't think Jesus smoked and got plastered while, like, sitting on the back of a child doing push-ups.
Well, then why did he say that his... Never mind.
さっちゃんってば遅いわね。
What's wrong, Zemna with Sachi?
それがね、さっちゃんにお買い物頼んだんだけど全然帰ってこないの。
状況、セーブ。セーブデータの削除要請。
No indication that we are on a route yet.
あんまり売ってないア
I
イス
can
を
tell
頼
you
んだ
when
か
we
ら
are on a route if you
どこ
want
ま
me
で
to.
買いに行ってたら悪いなって思って。
What was that, sorry, you were yawning?
Probably for the best.
Yeah, I can do that. We're a long way from that.
But limiting the shipments to stores, they manufacture artificial shortages, creating the impression of overwhelming consumer demand. The limited availability builds hype, turning the product into a genuine hit. Classic pattern.
メーカーの戦略もあるかもしれないけど本当に美味しいんだってば。私好きで切らさないようにしてたんだけどうかつにもストックが底をついちゃってね。黒ごまプリ立つアイスクリンちゃん。
What? Never heard of it.
でしょうね。ユージは食べることにあんまり興味ないもんね。
Way I see it, there are two varieties of food in the world. The type that's necessary for survival and the type that isn't.
ちゃんとしたご飯も食べないわけじゃないのにね。さっぱりしてるわね。
I'm just saying, fulfilling the basic nutritional requirements comes first. If the meal happens to taste decent, so much the better. But that's a secondary concern.
もうあんたたちまた私の噂話してたでしょ。まったく迷惑なのよ。やめなさい。でも私もあんたたちのこと考えてたんだけどさ。
Sadly,
今のでツンデレ完璧。
don't think of him that hard, Mitchell.
We're always told that unique individuals are valued by society for their outside the box thinking or whatever. Fact is, though, if you're too different from the rest of the pack, you're just gonna get shunned and pushed outside the loop. That reached you mistook that polite fiction for the way the world really works, and included it would be wide to become as unique as humanly possible. So the girl's a sad byproduct of mealy-mouthed times in which we live. You're a victim to it, in a way. Hang in there, kid.
私何の被害にも遭ってませんけど。やめてよね、そういうの。
Stage 1, denial.
Multiple stages of grief.
Fucking damn, I'm dead.
それはともかく、黒ごまプリタツアイスクリーンちゃんの話してなかった？そうそう、みちるも知ってる？ふふん、当然じゃないの。あまねあれ好きでしょ？実は私のそう、好きだからさっちゃんに買いに行ってもらってるの。え、買いに？あ、そうなの。そう、それは楽しみね。それじゃあ私はこの辺で。
Hold on there, Michu. Aren't you gonna finish that sentence? You've got a pretty nice what? Stamp collection? Staff infection? Staff infection collection?
そんなこと言ってないわよ。私のスタイルどうって聞きたかっただけよ。そうよ。ヘアスタイルの話がしたかったの。
Oh, was that it? Hairstyle. Yeah, it's exactly the same as always.
ちょっとユージってば分かってないわね。女の子が自分からそういうことを言い出すってことは少し髪を変えたってことじゃない。そうね。前髪切った？いや、髪の毛は一切変えてないです。じゃあなんでヘアスタイルの話したのよ。変わってないのに。それは今日も変わらず高水準なツインテールをキープしていて偉いから褒めなさいってことよ。
I'm gonna bet that Sacha does that for you.
違うわよ。そうだけど、でも私を褒めなさい。
I don't know why, but it just reminds me of what's the fucking name of the manga. Hold on. Just technically have an anime as well, but I didn't watch the anime. I'm just up to date with the manga. There we go. Just need to check English title so it's easier to fucking say for me. Life of an ordinary guy who reincarnated into a total fantasy knockout, or Fabi Miku. The entire thing is that these two dudes that were best friends since childhood, like two 32-year-olds, go drinking one day. One of them just damn near passes out and starts rambling about how he's fucking jealous of the dude of his friend because he falls for girls extremely fucking easily, while his friend is popular with the ladies, but he himself, because he is popular, has seen more than a few ugly sides to girls, so he's essentially just, I have no interest. They keep those away from me. Like, they're scary. Fucking bitches mad and all that. And so, as he complains, he suddenly just full-on passes out after saying, like, if I can't get a girl, at least let me become a girl. Like, fucking, I'll fucking show you, and just passes out drunk, and suddenly a god is like, oh hey, there's someone dead. Oh wait, he's not dead. Fuck. Oh wow, this can be changed. Just fucking blows the dude up together with his friend, and they're both transported into another world where the dude that passed out is just like his transformed into his ideal girl, and both of them start bitching at the goddess for this, and she gets huffy and just curses them. The curse taking form as the longer the two of them are in this world, the more they start to fall for each other. So they essentially have to kill the demon lord before the fucking dam breaks and they just like bang their bro. It is mad and it's kind of funny. I like it. Oops. Understood. I will now compliment you. The process of maturation from infancy, human beings gain motor skills necessary to make use of muscles previously beyond their control. That newfound ability to freely run around is so enjoyable that many toddlers can't sit still. The majority of children go through a phase of hyperactivity and fidgety impatience as they revel in the control of their bodies. The next step in the process of maturation involves developing the ability to restrain an impulse for restless movement, self-control in other words. Accordingly, the fact that you can sit still long enough to have your hair tied up is proof that you aren't a child, you're a big girl now. Awesome job. Very proud of you.
それって逆に子供扱いしてない？もうやんなっちゃう。バカバカ。
I don't remember if it was me or my brother, but apparently one of us just, as a child, one of us decided, nah, fuck crawling, and just started walking. Like one day they were just like lying, one of us was just lying on the fucking floor. The next day we were sitting, and then suddenly the next day we were just fucking charging at the goddamn fucking wardrobe, bashing our skulls into it.
Dig.
ミチルってば何がしたかったのかしら。
Haven't you given up trying to understand by now?
シャンシャン、シャフラン、シャフランライス、シャフランライスのおまんじゅう。
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Just when you've rid ourselves of the noisy
This gets a bit
blonde,
cringy.
someone singing like a
No.
drunken sailor arrives in your stead. If anyone's looking for an actress to play a siren whose voice drives men to dash their ships against the rocks out of sheer rotation, I think I found a very suitable candidate.
陽気にアメリカンな感じにしてみようかしら。
America, yeah.
Suddenly she sings the exact same thing, except she just like fucking pulls out a phone and just starts spamming gun noises. Like just
What?
various like fucking royalty-free gun and eagle sounds.
Oh boy.
Hell yeah.
ベンベンジャミンさん、アメリカ生まれのおまんじゅ
Right, Springsteen.
う。
Benjamin
これもちろん
Franklin.
やっぱり一人じゃ難しいのよさ。
I'll stay here. I'm gonna get caught up in some trouble, and this calls for a subtle but immediate evasive action. Begin to quietly inch backwards towards the lobby floor.
ちょっと待って、どこに行こうとしてるの？
No matter how subtle his movements may be, the attempt to escape is truly difficult to hide.
さすがにわかるわよ。明らかに逃げようとしてるじゃない。
The provision of camouflage, concealment, and deception are clearly stealth under zero cover conditions is a different beast entirely. Not to make this a subject for future study.
ねえねえ、あんまね、サッチン知らない？さっきから探してるんだけど、どこにもいないのよさ。あー、ごめんね。私がお買い物頼んでて外出中なの。そうなの？なんだよ。サッチンにお願いしようとしたのに、これじゃ計画が台無しなのよさ。あー、もう先真っ暗なのよ。そんなに落ち込まなくても。
Is it really that important to repress? I'm with Amine on this one. We're going a little overboard with the melodrama.
落ち込むのよさ。だって馬がじゃあこうしましょう。さっちゃんが戻ってくるまで手伝ってあげる。だから元気出して。
I think you might come to regret making that offer.
だってマキナがこんなに弱ってるなんてよっぽどのことじゃない。一肌脱がなきゃ。
Alright, whatever you say.
ほらほらマキナ、手伝えることがあるなら言って。だって。もうちょっと大きい声でお願い。歌って、私のために歌って。え？何それ？どういうこと？ね、さ さっき視聴覚室でテレビ番組のアーカイブライブラリーを何気なく見てたのよさ。そしたらおまんじゅう屋さんのオリジナル CM ソングを作って豪華商品を当てようキャンペーンというのをやってたのよ。
Oh, that explains the bizarre pastry-themed songs you were working on earlier.
頑張って作ってみたんだけど音楽なインテリジェンスを感じられなくて、もっと魂が震えるような曲じゃなくちゃダメなのよ。こうなったらサッチンに頼もうと思ったのに手払ってるって言うじゃないのよさ。だから代わりにあまね歌ってっていうか歌えよ。
いやさすがにそんなこと急に言われても困るんだけど、オリジナル曲なんてすぐには作れないんじゃないかな。
やだやだやだやだ CM ソングすぐ作って。私豪華商品を切望してるのよ。
What's the surprise you're so desperate to get your hands on a postcard with the word winner stamped on the back?
そんなしょぼいものじゃないのよ。聞いて驚け。なんと商品は夢のシマウマ1年分。応募はインターネットで。
シマウマ1年分？それって本当？
It's gonna be the fucking black swirl sesame ice cream or something.
触れてるね。夢渦巻くよね。よくゼブラだよね。島。
Yeah, Machina's
And
gonna
your-
be disappointed.
And your quagger's shot.
Don't say quaggers all of a sudden. It reminds me of something I want to forget. Sadly.
What, an extinct animal?
No. That'd be fucking preferable. You know the Fate character Barghest?
Not really.
Hold on.
I'm not going to make you go through it.
I'm just sending you official art, don't worry. But yeah, this here is Barghest. Hold on, it's loading a little bit. And I think like another name that is used for her is I think it was also Fahrenheit Gawain. I don't remember correctly though, so who fucking knows quite frankly. But yeah, anyways, this is Barghest. Character design made by Melon22, so that's the explanation why it is just fucking big ol' Amazonian, essentially. I mean, you should be right up fucking Bud's alley in a way, I guess you could say.
What the heck? I say this with the greatest of respect, but she looks, if I'm honest, a little bit deformed.
Here's the thing, like, Melon22 very much likes to draw his characters very muscly and thick. But yeah, essentially, I've talked with someone relatively often, and recently, for some reason, has gotten to the point where we essentially just, where I'm essentially just sending her a bunch of Barghest pictures, and sadly, I happened upon art where it's just like it was just Barghest like just lying on the bed. It is NSFW Union art, so I can't actually show it in fucking video. I wouldn't anyways. I also spare y'all from seeing it because only after clicking on the picture and reading what's going on did I realize, what the fuck is this picture? Let me just... There's like 3 like text blurbs on this picture. Let me just read them out. I even broke his favorite couch. Now he's going to break me. It's over for me. I'm already a part of his Family Guy Family Making Moments compilation. Oh my god, he's really going to make me his Lois. And at this point, I was like, oh no. Don't fucking tell me someone decided to make bar guest Peter Griffin porn. And immediately I hated my life. Just for now being cursed with the knowledge that that exists. Now you are too. I hate it. Severely. Oh, on a different topic to immediately cleanse ourselves from that knowledge. Behold, another grown-up Anju.
Of course, you've been squeeing over this for a while.
Yes. He grew up so well! Why the
Suspect
dog?
will go.
Anyways, this is the last picture before I'm gonna send before we just continue. I don't drive yet, I need that sticker.
That is a good sticker.
Peek a fucking lane, cunt! Anyways. I'm assuming it's pretty hard to raise a zebra in a normal household, so the price really seems really unnatural for content advertising to the general public. In the first place, what does a year's worth mean? How many animals?
何が不自然か。大自然のライオンさん一家などでしたら喉から手が出るほど欲しがるのよさ。
So it's 1 year's worth of zebra in the all-you-can-eat sense. I'm only showing you lines when I've seen that program, though. I do really think it can handle submitting their applications online. They can handle submitting their applications online.
もちろん。メールアドレスはライオン@110の .com。肉球で文字が打ちにくいのが唯一の弱点。ガオー。
I'm getting the feeling that Makina may have misheard somewhat.
私もそう思う。ねえマキナ、どんな内容だったか覚えてる？再現して説明してみて。もちろんなのよさ。というわけでボンボレまんじゅう店の CM ソングを募集してます。最も素晴らしい歌を作ってくださった視聴者の方には快適なフライトでゆっくりお楽しみください。アイスランドでオーロラ見放題、株式会社ナイスフライトツーリストよりシマウマ1年分をプレゼントしますと言っていたのよさ。
Makina doesn't know.
何？
I don't think they actually said 1 year's worth of zebras at the end there. Maybe some like an aurora viewing air trip to Iceland instead. Just guessing.
お？あ、そっか。確かに言ってた。シマウマのこと考えながら番組見てたからついうっかり。
You gotta love that the Japanese word for zebra is just stripe horse.
Well, it describes it beautifully. What else is there to say?
ちょっと間違えちゃったね。一言も島も馬も言ってなかったのよさ。
Although Amani could do with several large ones of the latter.
I mean, based on what we can see, it doesn't look like she's wearing one.
Yeah.
Because I refuse to acknowledge that see-through thing as a bra that can actually support her.
Yeah.
Well then, the prize has shifted from zebras to auroras. So just to make it a sign for the contest.
ほーい。馬に比べてロラではちょっとテンション上がんないけど、まあ作ってやってみてもいいかな。ハクションハクション。 もうあんたたちまた私の噂話してたでしょ。何度言えばわかるのよ。でも私も寂しくてこうして戻ってきたん。いえ、なんでもないわ。今の言葉は忘れてちょうだい。いやさ、忘れないでいいのよ。だが忘れて。
You know what?
No, I
Like,
don't know how to react.
For some reason, sometimes soccer players are gonna do like when they have to toss the ball in after it landed outside field, do like this weird like handstand trick throw that I've talked about before. Just do that, but instead of throwing a ball, grab her by the fucking twin tails and yeet her out the door.
Yeah.
I'm really obsessed with just grabbing her by the twin tails.
They are very grabbable.
Not in that
Yeah.
sense, please.
I
They
suppose
can
so.
function as handlebars. Hey, better handlebars than horndlebars, okay?
Yeah.
Like when the horndlebars come in, I start acting up. Listen, the best thing that ever came out of Grand Blue Fantasy are the fucking drafts, so my general thought process should be very plain to see.
Mm-hmm.
And also in case either of you is unaware of what a draft is.
I'm beginning to guess.
Let me use this one.
I was right.
Yeah, there's also this gif. This gif never gets old. You gotta love the fucking titty hitbox they put on Narmaya in the fucking Grand Blue fighting game for some reason. No, in fact, it was.
Protector.
Okay, so about the song.
ちょいちょいちょいちょい、なんで無視するのよ。おかしいでしょ。
Sorry, but more of them assume that you're coming off as a blithering idiot with a pathological inability to make up her mind. Can you be a little more subtle about that?
そんなに不自然だった？もっとナチュラルにいかなきゃ。身も心も。
Amina's eyes flash as she watches Michiru babble on. And before she speaks, I can tell she's decided to offer the perplexed girl foresight as a sacrificial lamb.
ねえねえマキナ、せっかくだからミチルに作ってもらえば？何を？なるほど。チルチルに歌わせるっていうのはいいアイディアなのよさ。歌う？なんなのよ歌うって。それじゃあ今からオーディションするから脱いだ服はそこのカゴに入れてほしいのよさ。
What?
そこにカゴはないでしょ。そもそもどうして私が脱がなきゃいけないのよ。さらに言えば何のオーディションなのよ。謎が謎を呼んじゃってるじゃないの。それじゃあミチル、謎はあんたに任せたから頑張ってね。ちょっと待ってよ。何をどう頑張るの？歌よ歌。歌を頑張ってほしいのよさ。歌を歌えばいいの？私が？そうなのよさ。チルチルもロラに興味あるでしょ？ロラ？そう、ロラ。馬じゃなくてロラ。わかる？もちろんわかるわよ。馬じゃない方のロラでしょ？知ってるに決まってるじゃない。そうね、あれはね、すごく興味あるわね。だよね。ビラビラーンってしてるしね。ビラ、そうね、ビラビラよね。そこがいいのよね。そこがいいの？
Trolled.
そこが、そうよ。そこがいいのよ。ビラビラがいいのよ。ねえチルチル、 本当にロラのこと分かってる？
分かってるに決まってるでしょ。むしろ隠してたけど、私こそがロラですもの。じゃーん。
That requires you to be bright to be
チル
true.
チルってロラだったの？
That's which she is not.
そうよ。チルチルのロラはビラビラだったのよ。
You know, the only aurora borealis that my immediate family has seen is that of my brother and sister-in-law on their honeymoon up to Norway.
You know, calling herself Droopy Aurora, Aurora, all I can think is like, okay, that just sounds like she's like confessing to the fact that she has dangly boobage. Like she's a high school student, yet when she undresses, her torso already looks like a granny.
Don't sell a short like that.
She can use them like fucking pendulums. I'll be going now if you don't mind. Understandable.
Run away.
Line to come after
ダ
that.
メに決まってるでしょ。もうちょっととどまっていなさい。
Just listening to this conversation is giving me a serious headache. Like I says, I guess I'm gonna do it for a little longer.
じゃあチルチルはロラだけど、ロラのためにオリジナルソングを歌うのよさ。
そうね。ロラのためにオリジナル。そうね。歌わないとね。歌うわよ。しっかり聞いてなさいよね。そういえば私、昨日からオリジナルソングの一つでも作って一発歌いたい気分だったのよ。ちょうどいいタイミングだったわ。それじゃあ、歌うわよ。
I quite like my socks on.
I don't know why, but all I can picture is Michiu just doing that weird fucking... You know that bootleg, like, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs game that fucking JonTron at one point covered? It's like
What?
Snow White and... Hold on. Hold on, maybe I can find...
I think I need to see this.
Hold on.
JonTron, my beloved.
That's not part of that. Hold on, let me... Maybe I can try to find it real quick. It's part of the Disney Bootlegs video. You know, the one with the violently dying Simba from the various Lion King bootleg games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is back when he still had the fucking normal boots. So pause that. Thank you. God, why is this being so difficult right now? Oh, yeah, there we go. Share with timestamp, please. Copy. Fucking pain in the ass of my browser gets exponentially slower whenever I'm fucking recording. Like, all I can imagine is just Michiu starting to sing like that. Which is hilarious.
Even just from the thumbnail, it looks like a travesty of justice.
Well, yeah, it's about bootlegs.
Well, the thumbnail did its job just by existing. Well done, them.
But yeah, that's...
Oh my word.
Did you get to the singing part?
Yeah, it did.
That's what I imagined Michiru just doing.
Well, would you like to find out?
ああ、そうだ。あんたたちのために歌ってあげるわけじゃないんだからね。
Can't do without the formalities, however utterly pointless they may be.
ではでは。拍手ぐらいしなさいよ。
パチパチ。
ではでは。あ、どんな感じの歌詞がいいの？
甘さが伝わるやつがいいのよさ。
甘いのね。わかったわ。
Michiru really understand. When she says sweetness, it's because the song is for past.
ちょっと黙ってて。今歌詞考えてるから。よし、できた。弾くわよ。ではではでは。いずれドリーミング、あたしの心はマイハ
I think I just had a stroke.
Now, this is... When I first heard this line, I decided, you know what? When I first went through it, I am going to mute the rest of her musical efforts.
I'm not going out of the way to mute him. I'm gonna skip him.
放課後あの好ききからの日が最終
Now we can just read it afterwards, you know, to just truly experience the cringe without having to throw up. Michiru, my friend.
何よこれで満足したでしょ
My apologies. Seems our explanation wasn't sufficient. We need you to come up with an advertising jingle for a pastry manufacturer called Bondage.
Eh?
You see, the company's trying to find a song for their next commercial with an aurora viewing tour as the grand prize. Makina's hoping to win the contest. That was the whole point of this entire exercise. Schwa? What, you want a fucking shawarma? When Makina asked you for lyrics expressive of sweetness, she wanted you to describe the flavor of a manju bun, not come up with the saccharine suit-up poetry. Accordingly, the original song you just offered us was an utter waste of effort. You have covered yourself in disgrace, and the world would be a happier place if none of this had ever happened. My condolences.
Yeah! 恥ずかしすぎるローラってオーロラのことだったの知ってたけど
もうそんな変な歌じゃローラがもらえないのよさ。別にそんなに欲しいわけでもないけど、チルチルには心底がっかり。何ウォンチューってなんだかテンション下がったのよさ。あ、もう帰っていいよ。
You may go. You may leave, Jester.
うさいわね
Incapable of the tinkle, the whistle, and the fart.
何でもいいから歌えってことかと勘違いしてたわよ。
むふー
Stop doing that. Our reactions to
そも
that.
そもなんで私が歌わなきゃいけないのよ。ユージが歌えばいいじゃ
Think
な
for
い
a second, Michiru.
そうよ私にやらせたんだからあんたも歌いなさいよね。ふふふ嫌だとは言わせないわよ。
He just sings that one fucking Kamurocho ballad from Yakuza 3.
Or Man on a Mission.
I don't
Who knows?
mind. Here goes. Ahem. No. No, you can't force me. Also, that jingle sounds like a weirdly racist Game Boy era game OST.
Racist Game Boy era game? What?
Why racist?
Fucking, did you take a singular listen to it?
I did, but I just never heard of that definition for it.
Actually, it kinda also sounds like it could be from Takeshi's Challenge. Which, you know, that is an affront to nature in the first place, so possibly worse than racism.
That does
Right.
not sound racist.
Huh?
Then again, I suppose he has the context to this.
I don't know.
Has neither of you ever seen Takeshi's Challenge?
Takeshi's Challenge? No. Takeshi's Castle? Yes.
Takeshi's Challenge is a game.
Right.
It is also absurd. There is actually a JonTron video about it that I can link later if you want to experience the fucking absurdity. For like half the fucking game, you have to go on 4 hearts that you cannot fucking recover in any shape, way, or form, and there are just enemies out and about that are damn near impossible to fucking avoid. So every time you try to walk someone, it just fucking takes a piece of your fucking life with them. Also, for one part in the game tells you need to like lose all your essentially lose all your fucking pachinko balls at the pachinko parlor, which is damn near fucking impossible because you always win like a tiny amount at the very least. However, it lies. You don't have to fucking lose all your pachinko balls. You have to go in there and scream into the microphone of the SNES. Actually, Famicom, not SNES. Famicom.
Right. Okay. That sounds a little deranged.
Also, for at one point you need to you find like a fucking encrypted treasure map essentially, and you can either quote unquote soak it in water, which means you have to leave the game for like I think was it like 2 fucking hours or 20 minutes? One of the two. You have to leave the game running for 20 fucking minutes, or you could leave it in the sun, which makes it so you have to leave it for 5 minutes, but not more than 10. Takeshi was deranged when he made this game. No.
You don't say.
Something along those lines?
何よそれ完璧じゃない私が歌う必要なかったじゃないの
Pop music in general tends to be pretty formulaic, and advertising jingles in particular usually have fairly simple, catchy patterns. I just combine a few of them.
ほんと最初からこうしておけばよかったね。チルチルが無駄に恥をかいただけだったのよさ。
も
But she
う
didn't.
信じられない私帰る
You're already home. There's the door.
山に
Go to the mountains. Off to the woods.
山の
山に部屋はない
I don't know.
山にも部屋はあるよね。山小屋
Just wait till we get to the labyrinth.
あるもん。
I
あるじゃ
know
ん。
about that. However, I was more so saying, like, aren't caves just the rooms of the mountain?
Just take up a career of being a dwarf.
I mean, that is actually a...
Gimli, why are you here?
There's actually a little bit of orc lore, because essentially, like, orc lore, the reason why in the D&D universe orcs live in caves is essentially because when the gods convened and were discussing where their races were allowed to live, the god of that created the elves essentially plotted a little bit and made sure that the god that created the orcs would be late to the meeting, so the elf god could give the forests to the elves. Because there was a dispute over who would get the forest between the god of the orcs, who wanted the forest for the orcs, and the god of the elves. The god of the orcs specifically needed it because orcs originally photosynthesized. But yeah, he essentially was like fucking tricked to fucking miss the meeting, and now suddenly there were literally no places left for the orcs. So the god of the orc literally just raised his war spear and fucking pierced the earth numerous times, creating cave systems, and said that that's where his children will live. So yeah, elves are dickheads.
Dwarf posting.
That's not what she's really upset about. I think our good-natured ribbing may have angered her somewhat.
ありゃりゃ、チルチルを傷つけちゃったのよさ。
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
I think it's more accurate to say we gave her the opportunity to disgrace herself. The most serious damage to her ego was entirely self-inflicted. For a person with a standard capacity of embarrassment, that level of humiliation might have inspired a suicide attempt on the spot. Thank goodness she's too stupid to know much in the way of shame.
あまねさん、お買い物お待たせしました。あれ？あ、サチ、いいところに来たのよ。今ね、チルチルがご立腹みたいなんだけど、代わりに謝ってもらってもいい？
それは構わないけど、今はあまねさんにお届け物をしている最中だから、その後になってもいい？
あまねの頼みなら後回しにしても大丈夫。本人もそう言ってたし。
それならそうするけど。
それじゃ、チルチルをよろしくなのよ。
God damn it, Barry!
It's a wonder that Blue and Co don't watch these videos.
She ran away, plain and simple.
風見さん、私うまく事態が把握できていないのですが。
Sachi is naturally confused, so I'll provide her a brief summary of the circumstances.
なるほど、そういうことだったんですね。
After a moment of silent contemplation, Sachi seems to have reached a conclusion.
それはおそらくあまねさんが安請け合いしてしまったのが原因だと思います。だとしたらあまねさんにも謝っていただいた方がいいかもしれません。もちろん買い物に行っていた私にも責任はあります。おそらく7割弱は私の責任です。
Huh, I'm not surprised to hear you say that, but I have to disagree.
8割強ですか？
No, your responsibility is pretty close to zero. I think we should probably have Amane own up to this one.
はい、それはそうですね。それが誠意というものです。みちる様に不愉快な思いをさせてしまったわけですし、あまねさんには謝っていただきます。しかし、マキちゃんから頼まれた以上は、私も一緒に謝らせていただきます。
I see. In that case, shall we drag Amane along and make it a group apology?
はい、わかりました。というわけで、みちる様に謝っていただけませんか？私も一緒に謝らせていただきますので。
もう、なんでこんなことに。軽い気持ちでやんなきゃよかった。
では、床に顔つけ、額が擦り切れるほどの、いわゆるこすり土下座の準備をしてください。
いわゆる土下座するまでの本気の謝罪しなくちゃいけないの？
もちろんです。万が一、みちる様が許してくれなければ、私も責任を取って腹を切る覚悟です。
きっと土下座しなくても許してくれるし、許してくれなくても腹は切らなくていいと思うけど、っていうか切っちゃダメでしょ、腹は。
そうでしょうか。日本人の責任の取り方として
一番有効なのは腹を切ることだと本で読んだことがあります。それがダメならどこを切れば責任が取れるでしょうか。
どこも切らなくてもいいと思うけど。
わかりました。あまねさんがそこまでおっしゃるのであれば切るのはやめます。その代わり粉砕させます。
Just pulverize her and fucking snort her like a line of crack.
Are you alright?
ちゃんと謝るからそういうこと言わないの。みちるみちる、早く開けて。そうしないと取り返しのつかないことになりそう。
みちる様、出てきていただけませんね。やはりもう許してはくれないのでしょうか。余談ですが、粉砕とは粉のように砕くと書くのをご存知ですか？
みちる、開けてちょっと、そんなに慌てて何なのよ。うるさいでしょ。
みちる様が怒っている。これはやはり普通の謝り方では許してくれないかもしれません。となれば私が。
待ってさっちゃん、まだ返事聞いてないでしょ。ねえみちる、ちゃんと謝れば許してくれるわよね。そうでしょ。そうだって言って。許す？もちろん決まってるじゃない。よかった。
No, no, just double down on them.
謝ったって絶対に許してあげないんだからね。
Yep, there we go.
決まった。
Bitch, gonna bitch.
そうじゃなくて。
Michiru, my friend, I really think you should drop the tsundere act for the time being.
何を言ってるのよ。これはキャラなんかじゃないわよ。ふんふん、絶対に許してなんてあげないから。それで何を許さないって？
まさかみちる様がこんなに怒っていらっしゃるとは。これはもう私一人では責任を取れないのではないでしょうか。
Fucking Sachi's over your mass sacrifice. Mass sacrifice. Mass
We must make Aztec sacrifices to the gods.
Would you like them flayed or hanged?
Yeah.
わかりますか、あまねさん。私の言っている意味がお分かりですか？二人で一緒に粉砕連帯責任を取るということでよろしいですか？
みちる、本当にごめんなさい。許してくださいって言うた。許しなさい。許さないって言ってるでしょ。何度も言わせないで。それで何を？ねえ、何を許すか教えてよ。
あまねさん、まず私がお手本を。さて、どの指からにしましょうか。
ねえユージ、どうなってるの？
Okay, to make a long story short, Makina asked Amane to sing, but she pushed the job off onto you, ultimately resulting in your thorough humiliation. Sachi is playing to atone for this misdeed by pulverizing her fingers.
意味わかんないんだけど、サチ関係なくない？
Well, pretty much nothing.
だよね。それなのになぜ？
申し訳ございません。マキちゃんに頼まれたからという私の事情でご迷惑をおかけいたしました。その責任を取って指を、すべての指を。
いや、そういうことじゃないから。
そういうことじゃないのに責任を取ろうとしてしまって申し訳ございません。かくなる上のこの小峰幸、腹を、すべての腹を。
許すからやめて。お願いだからね。ごめんなさい。許すから許して。
許していただけるのですか？
ほらね。みちるもこう言ってることだし、落ち着いて。
本当に許していただけるのでしょうか？
本当だから、嘘じゃないから。だから安心してね。
Hey, Michiru, what happened to your tsundere pride?
嘘じゃないんだからね。
Okay, I don't think it counts if you just drop your real thoughts and just stop phrases.
うるさいわね。とにかく私は許したのよ。だから物騒なことはやめてちょうだい。
はい、かしこまりました。
だそうです。よかったですね、あまねさん。
よかった本当によかった。みちる、ありがとう。よかったんだからね。安心したんだからね。
それではあまねさん、次に先ほど頼まれたお買い物の件なのですが。
あ、すっかり忘れてたわよ。あったの？アイスクリンちゃん。
はい、もちろんです。山陽のアイス売り場になかったので、責任を取ってその場で自害しようかと思いましたが、駅向こうの省営の冷凍食品コーナーに紛れていたのを発見し、感涙にむせび泣きました。それではお待たせいたしました。売り切れ続出、噂の黒子。
Seems it's completely melted in the heat. An ice cream soup at this point, I imagine. Oh no. Sachi's return to tranquility seems to have been short-lived, as she's currently exhibiting pronounced
Nystagmus.
Excuse me, what the fuck? Go!
One moment, y'all.
Mr.
Pull it out
Mr.
the thesaurus.
Here we are. Here we are. Rhythmical, repetitive, and involuntary movement of the eyes, usually from side to side, but sometimes up and down or circular fashion. Both eyes can move together or ominously independent of one another. It's a loss of control.
In less technical terms, her eyes are spinning around like those of a cartoon animal that just took an animal to the head.
さっちゃん？いいのよ。仕方ないのよ。この暑さだから。
Well, to be fair, she could have been smart about this, and when she went to fetch Amane, just give her the ice cream to put in the freezer first.
Yeah, sadly,
She's
ordered
not that
things
flexible.
don't quite occur to us.
私、お買い物を遂行できずに、私、
Kayla's mistake of this sort must be truly but a pill to swallow, considering Sachi's obsessive devotion to her duties. Her evident dismay is almost disturbing to watch. No one seems to know what to say. Oddly enough, the first of us to speak is Michiru. And stranger still, she does so in a bright, cheerful voice that cuts decisively through the awkward atmosphere.
よかったよかった。ちょうどよかった。ちょっとサチ、それ早く渡しなさいよ。いやー、本当にいいタイミングだったわね。
それはどういうことでしょうか。
私、このアイスを溶かして食べるの大好きなのよ。今もちょうど溶かして食べたいなーって思ってた時に抜群のタイミングで出すんだもん。びっくりしちゃった。
そうなんですか？
そうよ。さあ、それちょうだい。一気飲みするから。
Forcefully seizing the liquid ice cream from the dubious Sachi, Michiru peels the lid off the carton with a smile. The contents slush thickly against the sides of the container. Thanks to the ominous color of the black sesame, it resembles nothing so much as a deep, dark swamp.
いただきまーす。
おえ？今、苦しそうなおえつにも似た
So
音が。
much pain.
言ってないわよ。最高！これよこれ！求めていたのはこれなのよ。よかったわね、さっちゃん。みちるってば大喜びじゃない。
So it would seem her face may be stained a disturbing shade of grey. Just look at that smile.
ゲプ？今、限界を超えた悲鳴にも似た音が。
言ってないわよ。ナイスデブーって言ったのよ。
そうなんですか。みちる様のお役に立ててよかったです。でも、あまねさんに頼まれた買い物なのに、その使命を果たせなかったのが心残りで、ここはやはり粉砕という形での責任を。
いい のよ。私はほら、バカね。それは安心して。私が個人的に買ったのが部屋の冷蔵庫にあるから、それをあまねにあげるわ。ちゃんと冷えてるから、あまねも喜ぶはずよ。
本当ですか？
ちょっと持ってくるから待ってなさいよね。これアイス。
ありがとうございます。
あんたのために持ってきたわけじゃないんだからね。
What do you think she's training suspension of disbelief from now on? A kind and thoughtful man, I tactfully decide to keep that opinion to myself.
じゃあさっちゃん、半分あげるから一緒にロビーに食べに行こうか。
よろしいんですか？
もちろんよ。お使いしてきてくれたお礼も込めてね。
はい、ありがとうございます。
おいしくいただいたら承知しないからね。
I'm gonna walk off Sachi and tell Michi watches them until they're out of sight, gingerly rubbing her belly with both hands.
何見てんのよ。
Some that I remarkably considerate at times.
何よそれ。私は本当に黒ごまアイスは溶けてた方が好きなんだからね。
Let's see, no matter if so.
ちょっと変な勘繰りしないでよね。
Like what?
私がアイスを。あれ、勘繰りしてない？してないなら言う必要ないわ。
Yes, you don't really need to tell me. But ladies on my subject. Take you these. Let's say it'll give herbal remedy. This one is for the gesture.
バクサ！こんなの女の子に渡すなんておかしいんじゃないの？っていうかこれ本当に薬？なんか丸めたゴミみたいなんだけど。
What do you happen to swallow a few? It'll help a bit. Feels terrible, don't you?
そう。
Everyone's playing today.
ユージ。
They do tend to. There you go. What? Tiffany! Damn, didn't know the Chocolate Axe was playing Counter-Strike too. References. Spit it out.
せめて遠いにしなさいよね。ブワーカ。
I see. There's somewhat lacking in consideration towards women. But a scent of uncoated cerebin pills tickles my nose as I turn away from the symbol of woman. Might be a simple misunderstanding on my part. I don't need to think she may have a surprisingly thoughtful side. She's always had the thoughtful side, it's just that she's also a fucking moron. The school doesn't employ gym teachers, aka, realistically, none of the students is doing anything during PE. Oh well.
状況
Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Oh lord.
We didn't waste much time today. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's hard to waste more time than last part.
Yeah, true.
Did you actually ever like go through that, but watch through that?
I did not actually.
If you want to, if you want an actual fucking time waster, go ahead. It's fucking pure entertainment.
I was told that I didn't miss much.
You didn't miss much. It's just the fucking scene of them learning how to apply makeup, and for some reason we've just talked so much shit during it that it spread to like the entire hour thing. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye bye.
Save, folks.
Bye.